Hello, my name is Kaleb Herndon, and this is my video project for Math 1123. We were given the task to create a quadratic equation and then solve how we did it. So my equation today is 2x to the 1/2 power plus 3x to the 1/4 power, and it equals 2. First thing I'm going to do is do a u substitution. Today, u is going to equal 1, or x to the 1/4 power. Now I'm going to substitute that into the equation, which is going to become 2u squared plus 3u equals 2. Now I need to reorganize the equation, and that's going to become 2u squared plus 3u minus 2, and that equals to 0. Now, since we can't factor this evenly, we're going to have to use the quadratic equation to factor it. And that is the quadratic equation. I'm not going to say it all right now, but there's. So we do know that my a value equals 2, my b value equals c, or my a value equals 2, my b value equals 3, and my c value equals -2. So we're just going to put that into the equation. That's a little bit difficult to say, but it has right there. I've got my b value, my other b value, and then my a value, and then my c value, and then a down here as well. So we're going to simplify that down. That's the next case of simplifying. This is the next step. I can read it now. U is equal to -3 plus or minus the square root of 9 plus 16 over 4. We go down one more step, and it becomes u is equal to -3 plus or minus the square root of 25 over 4. Simplify it again. That equals to u equals -3 plus or minus 5 over 4. Flip my page around. So I just rewrote the equation up here so you can see it. So now we need to solve for u. So we get u is equal to -3 plus 5 over 4, or u equals -3 minus 5 over 4. So now I'm going to get another piece of paper and just go down the left side of the paper first. So simplifying it down, it turns into 2 over 4. And so we now know that u equals 1/2. Or on the other side, we can work it down to -3 minus 5 over 4 is equal to -8 over 4. Or it's u equals -2. So we know that u equals 1/2 or -2. Now we need to put back in our x to the 1/4 power, because that's what u represents. So that substitution turns into x to the 1/4 power equals 1/2, or x to the 1/4 power equals -2. So I'm going to work down, and we need to solve for x. So solve for x, put that down right there. So I'm going to work down the left side problem here first and check my work and see which one works. So we got it to where we substitute u for x to the 1/4, but now we need to get rid of that exponent. So I went ahead and put both sides to the exponent of 4, and so when we multiply 1/4 times 4, it just equals 1. And then we have to do the same to the other side as well. So that works down to x equals 1/16, because 1/2 to a power of 4 equals 1/16. So now we need to substitute, or let me go ahead and work down this other side real quick, over here. So we know that we need to multiply both sides to the power of 4. So we're going to do it here. We already know this is going to turn into just an x. This is going to turn into actually a 16. So we know now that x equals either 1/16 or 16. So now what we need to do is check our work and decide which one works, or if they both work, or if they both do not work. So we're going to check for our solutions. So let me go ahead and do the left side first. So we substituted 1/16 in of our equation for every x. So it now reads 2 to the 1 times 1/16 to the 1/2 power plus 3 to the times 1/16 to the 1/4 power equals 2. And we're trying to see if it equals 2. So next step down, we know that 1/16 to the 1/2 power is 1/4 power, and 1/16 to the 1/4 power is equal to 1/2. So now our equation reads 2 to the times 1/4 plus 3 times 1/2 equals 2. Or we're trying to see if it equals 2. So now we move down again, and we have we multiply 2 times 1/4 and 3 times 1/2, and we equal, those both equal 1/2 and 3/2. And now we're trying to figure out if it equals 2. So that adds to 4/2, which then does equal, in fact, 2. So we do know that solution is correct, and we can put that into our equation and it works out. So we do know that is correct. So now moving back up to the top, we're going to substitute 16, because we got a 16 over here, into our original equation. Fix my paper. So now it reads 2 times 16 to the 1/2 power plus 3 to the times 16 to the 1/4 power, and we're trying to see if that equals 2. So then we multiply 16 to the 1/2 power, and that equals 2 times 4 plus 3 times 2, and we're trying to see if that equals 2 still. We know that 2 times 4 is 8, and we know 3 times 2 is 6. So we're trying to see if 8 plus 6 equals 2. Simple addition here. We know that 14 is not equal to 2. So we know that the problem is false. Put an X next to it. So my conclusion is that okay, sorry. Go ahead. I'm going to circle my correct answer right here. Put a check mark next to it. Cross this one out because we know that one does not work out. So now we are left with these two answers, and we know one of them is false. So 1/16 is our answer.